What's up, gang, and welcome back to another edition of Road Trippin with the Roots.
Hi, guys.
And today we're going to be doing the real review of Hawkeye, Episode 4, Partners.
So, if this is your first time joining, this is our real review where we talk about everything in a particular episode or a movie and give you our thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it is full on spoiler.
Spoiler.
We do not talk about the episode while watching. We wait until we're here to talk about it with you.
Yeah.
So, if you're just tuning in, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll have more reviews, more travel, and more things rude coming your way.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure to like this video and comment down below so we know you're here.
That's right.
You've been riding with us all along. Thank you guys so much. Please be sure to join in on the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So, Partners, am I right? Now, before we get started, before we even turned on episode 4, I was feeling sorry for Jem. Shout out to those that watch The Town.
Okay, right?
Because I was thinking of all of the roles that Jeremy has played prior.
Okay.
Just to try to just get myself in the zone.
All right.
Like, you know, before it starts, let me try to appreciate the essence of the actor.
Gotcha.
This is one bumpy sleigh ride, guys.
Fam!
One bumpy sleigh. We are 4 episodes in, and we are 4 days until Christmas on the show. You have Jack's sword basically at Hawkeye's neck. Then you have an awkward table scene where it's Hawkeye and Kate and her family. Well, Kate and her mom and her mom's jump off.
I've just come to the conclusion that I just don't like Hawkeye, period.
Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is.
I like Hawkeye.
Nah, I ain't feeling him. I don't know. Maybe it ain't that I'm not feeling him. I just don't care about his story. Maybe that's what it is. But Marvel usually makes me care about people's story that I don't usually care about.
Well, so this episode, we'll go through this episode, and there were some glimmering moments of hope. Mm-hmm. You know, when Hawkeye, so there's that weird table scene. Then Hawkeye gets on the phone with Laura, his wife, which I'm glad they're still together. I was worried about that, right?
Okay.
But then that's where we find out that she's basically in these Avenger streets, behind the scenes, helping him out. So she's doing recon on a Rolex.
Yeah.
And they speak Russian.
That they were stolen from the Avengers compound.
Yes,
and they were speaking Russian, which I don't think the kids do. But that's how they knew they were on the phone together. Remember, she was like, that's Dad on the phone.
Shout out to my parents who thought, why teach them Spanish? And spoke Spanish around us all the time. Mm-hmm. Luckily, I picked some up through osmosis. But still. All right, so then you have Kate kind of talking to her mom about how Jack is suspect. At this point, your mom's sus. Your mom knows what Jack is doing.
Oh, okay? Nah. Listen.
She's not going to El Chapo wife, she's innocent me.
We know, though.
She knows. She's guilty.
Well, we know. She works for Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
The wife works for Kingpin. We know old boy's the swordsman. You know what I'm saying?
Explain the swordsman in the comic book realm, because this is the first time the swordsman's making a debut in the MCU.
Yes, he is. And I don't know anything about the swordsman. Sorry.
Just not even
tapped out.
You're tapped out with it.
Yeah, this is above my pay grade. I gotta call in Tyrannicus Maximus on this.
Duran, comment down below on your skinny on the swordsman.
Duran, give us the skinny. I'll talk about it next video.
Let's get in deep about the swordsman. So then you go to Clint being in the apartment using frozen daiquiris to heal his wounds. I do appreciate that he's an Avenger, but he's very much so human.
Yes.
Right?
Well, that was the thing with him and Nat.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Okay. And I was going to say, Nat gave you that human feel too, but like, I think Nat is just a better fighter than Hawkeye, because Hawkeye takes some L's.
Yeah,
right?
well,
he's a lot more bruised than Nat.
He's a Hawkeye, right? He's sitting up in a perch far away from the action and shooting arrows, so his hand-to-hand combat might not be like that.
I know.
Where Black Widow, she got in the mix. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, so then Kate is still with her family, right? Well, with her mom and Jack. Jack is like super fake mushy. And Kate is just like, she feels like she doesn't even belong in the equation.
Well, because Kate was like, Mom, you can't even dance. You don't even dance. And then that's
Yeah.
when he turned on the music and danced with her. And
Yeah.
she's like, whoa, hold up. What's
Right.
going on here?
Right. I mean, it is tricky, right? When your dad is dead, right? So your dad was like the best, and he didn't mess up, right? He didn't mess up in your teenage years or anything. So she's got that in her head.
Mm-hmm.
No one will ever compare.
Mm-mm.
And Jack is trash, right?
Right.
So she dips off, she grabs a pizza, and then she goes to celebrate with Clint.
And she knows Jack's doing dirt behind the scenes because.
But your mom, you got to admit too that your mom's doing dirt. That's hard.
I don't know if she's that's even on her radar about her mother.
I don't know.
You know
Everybody's
what I mean?
sus to me.
Just like she had those thoughts about her father. Her father could have been mixed in too.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean.
But
she that might not be on her radar about her mom being.
She was younger. I don't know.
Bad character.
I don't know. Let me know. I think mom is sus, right?
Okay.
So then. Like she comes, she brings pizza. They drink some of the daiquiris in a mug that says Thanos was right. And at this point, if he had snapped this series, he would have been right.
Fam. Thanos be known.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
And then she asked Hawkeye what his favorite shot was, and he said it's the shot that he didn't take. And then he goes back to his bond with Natasha.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I felt that.
I love the fact that they're showing a genuine friendship. There's no sexual tension there. There's no weirdness there. They really just look out for each other. So I appreciated that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of gets to it that he was Ronin. And typical Kate, because this is her hero, she tries to justify him being Ronin.
Right.
Remember, it made sense in her head while he was Ronin. Mm-hmm. She wasn't looking at him in disgust or anything.
Right.
She really just kind of
understood.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and it takes me back to episode 1, Never Meet Your Heroes. Because now she knows, oh my God, he's Ronin. Right? But she's still okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Kate go to bed, him take out the hearing aid, and his mind plays tricks on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's flashing everything back. And I think that's important. I think that is the human aspect. I think Thor became Party Thor and self-destructive because that was a heavy year for Thor. But I don't think Thor laments on everything he's ever done.
Okay.
Right?
Right. I
don't think Doctor Strange is throwing it back to the same degree as Hawkeye. It gave us more of a connection to Clint.
Well, yeah, I think they're trying to make a parallel between him grooming Kate, and him and his relationship with Black Widow. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a parallel.
Absolutely.
Okay, I met Black Widow kind of the same way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree. And I think there are these rare moments where you have a second chance, right?
Mm-hmm. So
and he's got that chance with Kate.
In that scene where Kate was falling and he was going to catch her, he flashed back to him and Nat.
PTSD
is
Soul
real. Stone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, PTSD is real, y'all. And then you have him going to a car dealership. There was a car, and it was a 73, and it said one owner.
Yeah.
Is that a tribute to an episode in the comics, or what was it about?
So boom, as soon as I seen it, I knew what it was. I'm anxious to see, other people's breakdowns and see if they seen it as well. But I feel like that was the car Stan Lee drove in Endgame when he was driving past the barracks. You know what I'm talking about?
Was it? Oh, I was not ready.
He was in that old 73.
First of all, guys,
And he was in that same car in Guardians of the Galaxy.
See, I didn't. Oh,
so
man.
I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that car was because they stood. They
made sure you see.
Right.
They made
the camera pan to kind of stopped right there at that car.
Yeah. If that was it. First of all, I'm very sensitive right now. I watched the Sex in the City kind of series return of And Just Like That. So I'm sensitive to anything right now.
We're not doing that.
I'll be starting a support group. Just comment down below if you
let
like
us know if we should do Sex in the City real reviews, by the way.
And it was, and just like that.
And just like that, whatever. But trust me, listen, I'll get into it.
Anyway, so to know that it was Stan Lee's car, if it is, that means something, definitely. So then Hawkeye jumps in the back seat with Maya's right-hand man. First of all, Hawkeye, don't start the conversation by saying, I know you've got Maya's ear. Word, Hawkeye? That's what we do?
I think that was intentional.
That's what we do, Hawkeye? But he's like, I don't want more people to get killed. And he kind of leans into, his remorse of being Ronin. Right? Okay. He knows that Maya feels justified, but Maya's need for vengeance is going to get her killed. That's what he said.
Yeah, but I'm going to need Hawkeye to chill with this little savior complex he's starting to get. Gotcha.
You got to learn to live with regrets. Shout out to Hove. But then he sends Kate to hang out with Grills and the rest of the LARPing crew. I'm so here for Grills and the LARPers. I'm glad it's a black LARPer.
And that's my guy from the 85 South show. That's Clayton.
It's gonna be Chico. It's something like that.
Chico,
okay.
DC
So
Young Fly.
Right. If you guys watched Wildin' Out, then you know that there were some standouts. There were DC Young Fly. There was Clinton. Clayton. So they actually have a podcast called 85 South. So Corey is definitely a fan. But I thought that was cool. Then it's like, okay, we found the Rolex. Clint has Kate go in for the Rolex.
Yes.
Which I don't.
I think Kate
wanted to.
Kate was like, listen, this is what you do. You know what I mean? You're the Hawkeye. Like, you would be better over here looking and let me go get it than vice versa.
He wasn't ready. Because here comes Maya. And Maya's already ready to beat the brakes off of somebody. And then we see a Black Widow, which immediately I knew was Yelena. Mm-hmm. Did you know that immediately?
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Right.
Yeah.
And Maya doesn't know Yelena, so that was a good fight scene. I thought the dynamic
That's
was
what I thought
really
they were
good.
really going to get busy.
Was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
It was at that moment that you had mentioned her being off the cliff and him catching her. Mm-hmm. It got real. So he sent Kate home. Mm-hmm. Because now
he's like, yo, it's a Black Widow. It's a Black Widow.
Yeah, and I don't think he knows it's Yelena.
Right, he doesn't.
He doesn't know like how and
I'm interested to see if Nat even talked to Clinton
or Clint about Yelena.
Yeah.
Maybe
about having even a family.
I don't know. Because I think they both knew that they had families, right? Nat knew that Clinton had a family.
Nat knew that Clint did.
So
we don't
maybe
know if Clint knew Nat did.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see if they bring Valentina DeFontaine in. I think they have to bring in Kingpin. How many more episodes are there?
I think there's like 5 more episodes maybe.
Something's got to give at this point.
It doesn't even matter.
Something's got to give at this point. I don't even know. So here's the thing. I love the fact that they incorporate like the holiday traditions. So this, I get why they did that. But this is a very limited series. I can't see them doing season 2. I can't imagine this going any further than this. When we had Loki, when we had WandaVision was tied to basically Doctor Strange, and Loki was giving you hints of multiverse, so then you were like Spider-Man. This is not connecting anything to anything for me.
Well, the thing is, this happens post No Way Out. He's in December. Spider-Man and that field trip and stuff was happening like in September, October-ish.
This is just,
So even though Spider-Man's coming out next week, that already happened.
Well, we can't tell. We can't tell that anything has happened. And I don't know. I don't know what to say at this point. So, I mean, guys, we are here. I don't know how many of you are, have theories. Like, let us know. Because at this point, I don't know what it's connecting to.
Yeah, it ain't connecting to
The only thing that it's connected for me is more time with you and more time with you guys. Other than that,
I mean, but honestly, it doesn't have to connect. You know what I mean? Like in comics, there were.
I understand that,
know
but
what I
you've
mean?
got to give me something. You've
See,
got to give me
MCU
something.
got you spoiled.
I am spoiled. You've got to give me something. And speaking of giving, caring is sharing. If you have not done so already, be sure to share our videos with your friends. If you haven't done so, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like this video.
Mm-hmm.
We will be back next week with episode 5. We also have some holiday stuff coming up, so be sure to follow us on our social media. Road Trippin' with the Rudes.
That's right.
Anything else, babe?
Mm-mm.
Oh, guys, well, you know what?
Had to hit him with the mm-mm.
Until the next time, guys.
Keep tripping.
Bye.